Many years ago, a community of men formed calling themselves pickup artists, and they would swap advice with each other on the best way to meet and date women. To begin with, their advice mainly consisted of tips and tricks that would be used to enhance your status in social situations. Say this line to her, play this game with her, begin to physically escalate at this point. At the time, it was something of a revolution because it empowered men to take control of their own dating lives. As time went on, the techniques they employed became more and more sophisticated and refined, but ultimately it led to the discovery that if you really want to date a high-quality woman, it's not about saying this line or acting in this particular way. It's not about any trick that you can employ. It's about fundamentally changing your life. Not so that you appear to be confident and successful, but so that you are confident and successful. This is why, over time, the pickup scene has begun to look more and more like the self-improvement scene. The focus is now less on how to make women attracted to you, but how to become the best version of yourself, for which women being attracted to you is just the natural byproduct. Now, when you're a teenager, you are swimming in hormones, and it's quite natural for you to spend all of your waking and a lot of your dreaming life as well thinking about women, thinking about sex. But as you get older and wiser and you accumulate more experiences, you realize that women cannot be the focus of your life. The main focus of your life should be yourself. While there are many reasons for this completely unrelated to women and dating, it is important that you understand that when you place women at the center of your world, they're not going to find that attractive. The more you chase, the more they run. Don't believe me? Maybe you'll believe this woman.
Well, I've been with the same guy for a very long time, but we did actually break up, and I had this other guy, and he was, completely just head over heels for me and wouldn't even look at another girl, but it was too much because he was just so overly clingy, overprotective, jealous, wouldn't let me go out, and it was just a little ridiculous, so I ended it with him.
So it wasn't like attractive to you, it was like repelling?
No, because you gotta let your partner be their own person still.
Her story is not unique. This pattern repeats itself again and again, over and over throughout the world. Men continue to make the same mistake. A man likes a girl, and so he starts focusing more and more attention on her. He's thinking about her all the time. He wants to spend all his time with her. He wants to be closer to her. But the more he does that, the more she's repulsed by that behavior and less attracted to him. For any young guys listening to this, you need to pay special attention. Stop focusing so much on women. I know you want to go on dates. I know you want a girlfriend. I know you want to have sex. But that's why you need to stop focusing on women, because they don't find that attractive. What I'm talking about is so important to understand. If you want to have women in your life, if you want to have relationships, if you want to have abundant sexual experiences, then for the moment, forget all the little seduction techniques, forget all the pickup artist stuff, forget all the little tips and tricks. We need to talk about the big picture. What I'm talking about is a fundamental shift in the way that you see the world. You need to ignore what your hormones are telling you to do. They're telling you to put women as the center of your world, that you should be focusing on women. Ignore them. You should be the focus of your world. You need to be your own center of gravity. I don't remember when I first heard it. There was something like 10 years ago. But I want to share the boat and island analogy because it's a fantastic way to understand how this world operates. You see, men are islands and women are boats. So what does this mean? Well, think of it this way. Every man lives alone on an island. He plants the trees that he likes. He builds the buildings that he wants. He spends his life shaping the island to be the perfect expression of his masculine creative energies. And he's happy there alone on his island. But women are not islands. They don't want to spend time by themselves, isolated, building their own lives. That's why women are boats. What they do is they hop on their boat and they sail through the water, ducking and weaving in between all of the islands, looking for one that looks enticing. If they see an island that they like, they'll dock their boat, they'll go on shore, and they'll live on the man's island for a little while. They'll try it out. If they like it, they'll stay. If they don't, they'll hop back on their boat and sail off again and try and find another island. What this means in the real world is that men are the ones who are creating the life that they want. You might find that one man's life is all about creating music, going on tour and expressing himself creatively. Another man's life is all centered around business, building up his company, making lots of money. Another guy's a hippie. He's all about living in a van, smoking weed all day, traveling around the world like a nomad. Now, a woman will sail into this guy's life and she'll try that hippie lifestyle. She'll live in a van, she'll travel around with him. And what she's doing is she's testing it out to see how well it fits with her. It's important you understand the distinction between men and women in this case, because she's not building her own life, she's just seeing how well she fits into his. If it's not a good long-term fit, then she's going to break up with him, and maybe she'll go off with the musician man or the businessman. She's had enough living on Hippie Island. She wants to hop back on her boat and see what it's like on some other island. This dynamic is what comes naturally to both genders. They're complementary. Men are masculine. They're meant to be the leaders, the creators, the ones with the vision and dedication to achieving their life purpose in exactly the way that they foresee. Women are different. They have their own role. They're feminine and supportive. Deep inside herself, a woman knows that it's her feminine role to contribute her energy towards helping a man achieve his vision. So while she's sailing around the ocean on her boat, navigating the dating market, she's looking at all of these islands and she's asking herself, which one of these islands would be the best one to live on? Which one of these men would I most like to contribute my energy towards? Which one of these men am I best suited towards helping with my feminine energy, my feminine contribution? So you see, when you understand that women are not islands, they're boats, then you can understand the mistake that so many men continue to make. Men are failing in their masculinity because they're not focused on themselves. They're not focused on creating an amazing island, creating an amazing life. Those kinds of men are on their own boats, and they're failing so miserably because their time is spent following around the female boats. But that's why women ignore them. Women aren't looking for a man with a boat. Women want a man with his own independent life. Women are looking for a man on an island. Now, it does happen. Occasionally, a woman does take pity on one of these men and temporarily will allow him to hitch his boat to hers. But the relationship is doomed from the start because she's not going to be attracted to a man with a boat. He shouldn't be living on a boat. He should be living on an island. And eventually, she's going to feel the attachment between them as dead weight, as something that is slowing her down. And quite naturally, she's going to cut him loose. So if you take nothing else from this video, please internalize this message. When you are focusing on women, you are pushing your energy outwards, and that energy is repelling women. When you focus your energy inwards and you direct that energy towards yourself, creating your own life, creating your amazing island, that energy attracts women. So stop being a sidekick in your own story. This is your life. You are the main character. Once you've built your island, built your life exactly the way that you want it, women are going to start to arrive on their boats, all of them desperate to live there permanently. And then you'll be in the position to choose which one of them gets to stay. If this is something that you feel like you struggle with, how to have masculine focus in your life and how to make women attracted to you, book a one-on-one Skype session with me, and together we'll figure out how to improve things for you. This channel is dedicated towards helping men be their best versions of themselves and understanding women so that they can have successful relationships. Click the subscribe button so that you can access more videos just like this one.